taking beauty from the beaches of Florida. We were fire and ice, and you couldn't tame us down. Turn the world around. She was everything I'd ever need. Blonde hair blowing in the Bama breeze. Top down, riding around, burning them down to some country sounds. Staying night late till the break of dawn. She didn't care about going back home. We were wild and free, cruising down a dead-end street off County Road 23. County Road 23. But she ran away, and I think about her now and then. And they say love hurts and some hearts just never mend. Was she rocking the world with the good Lord had his plan? I can only remember when she was everything I'd ever need. Blonde hair blowing in the Bama breeze. Top down, riding around, burning them down to some country sounds. Staying night late till the break of dawn. And she didn't care about going back home. We were wild and free, cruising down the dead-end street off County Road 23. County Road 23. County Road 23. Well, I'm a good old boy from the middle of Alabama. And they say love hurts and some hearts just never mend. She was everything I'd ever need. Blonde hair blowing in the Bama breeze. Top down, riding around, burning down to some country sounds. Said night late till the break of dawn. She didn't care about going back home. We were wild and free, cruising down a dead-end street off County Road 23. County Road 23. County Road 23. County Road 23.
Welcome to the Iceman's interview during the top 40. You just heard Garrett Pittman. Man, he's here to play in Nashville. He stopped in the studio, talked to the Iceman. I'll tell you, man, you song about you, good old boy from Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a County Road 23 where you live?
Yes, sir. That's the road I live off of, actually.
So I take it you rode it then?
Yes, sir.
Wow, okay. So, Garrett, man, it's great to have you, man. I love the sound. You played, a couple of my events, and you come down here regularly playing Nashville, plus playing Alabama, man. And I want to know, because I love the sound. It's the throwback sound. It's what, a lot of people say country radio is missing. When did you realize that this is the path you wanted to take and, pick up a guitar and even the great sound you have? When did you realize that that was going to happen for you?
Well, first of all, Bob, I appreciate you having me. I don't know, man. I picked up a guitar when I was, first old enough to pick one up. So,
Mm-hmm.
But I've always played guitar from rock and roll through high school and stuff. And people started telling me I should sing, I guess because of my accent or something. So I started doing it and found a passion,
Right.
My passion was always guitar, but I found a whole new world in singing and playing. Took me a while to get good at it too.
You keep going. But so, because I think the rock and the classic rock and the southern rock, it all transcends into the country. But was it that country sound when you first started, or were you a little more towards the rock when you first? I mean, because you do have a great. I mean, like I said, you think of traditional country sound, and that's. I think of people, I don't like Jamie Johnson, but even Whitey Morgan now, and several others like that. You got a sound that when I turn on the Outlaw station somewhere, you got that sound. So is that something you started out with, or did you work yourself into that? You started playing?
About what you hear is the way it came out from the beginning.
Right.
So, I've changed a little bit. I think my voice has changed some over putting a lot of miles on it and playing shows and stuff, But, yeah, pretty much everything, especially my accent and tonal quality is pretty much the same.
So I can't get away with it when I tell people I'm from Alabama, huh? My voice doesn't sound like that, does it? Not even a little?
Oh, no.
No.
I have to work on it a little bit.
I love it. So you remember the first time you ever played in front of an audience?
As far as singing or just playing in general?
Just when you got serious about it, when you knew that, hey man, this is really cool, I want to do this. That first time you got in front of a crowd and just sang with the guitar and the mic.
Honestly, man, it wasn't even a gig really. It was sitting around testing out, just seeing if anybody liked what I was doing at like a party, and everybody liked it, enjoyed what I did, and we sat around and played for hours,
Right.
So I was like, yeah, this is cool. Everybody
So what about
it.
your first gig? Where was your first gig at?
My first gig, paid gig, was at, I almost said Alley Taps, The Exchange in Montgomery, downtown Montgomery. That was a pretty cool spot to have a first gig. I still play there to this day, once a month at least.
Right.
So.
Because I see you keep pretty active. I mean, how long have you been doing it? Let's say from your first paid gig, how many years has it been?
Let's it's either right shy of 3 years or dead on. I mean, right about 3 years.
Now, you write all your own stuff. I know, when you play, sometimes you do some covers, which are great. But for the most part, and we'll talk about your EP in a little bit, did you write all your own music?
Yes, sir. Every bit of it.
Okay. All right. Wow. And people are open to that. I mean, like I said, I've seen you play at a couple of events. I know you come down and play, in Nashville. I mean, what's the best thing about the industry? When you look back, let's say 20 years from now, you look back, what do you hope to accomplish? I mean, what would you consider a success in music at the end of the day?
I don't know. I guess making a living out of it, but I guess mostly probably just getting by and keep being able to do it,
Right.
Because that's what I love doing, and I enjoy doing it, and I stick to it. So
when did you record? You came down to Nashville and recorded an EP with Bill McDermott at Omni. How long ago did you do that? That
was last year around August. Around my birthday in August.
Right.
So we came up here and did that.
And is it a 4-song EP?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We were going to do 5, but Bill didn't quite like the way one of them turned out.
Right.
And we wanted to redo it, but we're going to go back and do some more and finish up the whole project,
And how many songs did you know, though, when you went to him with those 5 songs then, did you know those are the songs you were going to record, or were there a bunch more that you had to go through before you decided which ones you were going to put out there?
Those were the ones that I went to do, but I have a bunch more that are also, I consider them, but I picked those out. So those were my favorites out of the ones I wrote.
And it came out with the EP. When did it first come out? I know I've been playing a couple of your songs for a little bit. But when did the EP come out?
We haven't really done an EP drop.
Okay.
I've been doing singles to really spotlight each one of them, get people to really react to it if they like that one or this one, So right now I'm working on dropping the third one.
Okay. Now, is it available, are the singles or the EP available to buy yet?
Yes, sir.
Okay, where's the best place for people to go get it that want to pick it up?
They can go on all the major music stores. It's on pretty much all of them, but iTunes and Google Play,
right? Okay,
and all that good stuff. And
okay. And what's the name of the EP?
I don't really have a name
So
for it.
just
It's
Garrett Pittman.
Yes, sir.
That's easy enough, man. See that? So let me ask you, who were some of the influences? I mean, we all have influences growing up, and especially musicians. Who were some of the people that you looked up to and you said, I like what they do, and it inspires you to write and do music? What are some of those artists?
I've got a boatload of them. I'd say first off, it's a pretty hard run in between Hank Sr. and Jamie Johnson were my first kind of influences, really big time, and all that. I mean, of course, Wallen, Merle, and everybody, Travis Tritt. Just, I can't single anybody out because I love all of them equally.
Right. So the old country sounding artists, are the people that you looked up to and got you to say, hey man, I like what they're doing, I want to try it.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Pretty much.
And you're busy, man. How many dates, what do you play a year? Or, because I see you keep active, especially in your home state. I mean, you come to Nashville too, but you try to play out every week or a few times a week back in Alabama in here?
If I get 3 shows a week, that's good.
Wow. Okay.
Sometimes I do 2. Sometimes times get a little rougher. You get 1 a week. But I don't even know how many I play a year.
But you keep busy, 2-3 shows a week.
Yes, sir. Probably at least 10 gigs a month to, at least. I try to have at least 10.
Right. I mean, and I see that too. The more you play out, the more you get used to it. And, that's the thing. It's just the struggle every day. You get up and you just stay consistent. And that's what gets you to where you want to get. And, it's good that you're doing that. So the third single that you're going to be dropping soon, which song is that?
I think I'm going to do one called To the Honky Tonk.
Okay, yeah.
And it's just a old honky tonk song, I guess. It's really one of the more old timey key of E, 1-4-5 type stuff. It's just that old sound to it. It's the most classic sounding song that I've done off of that project.
Wow, okay.
Definitely.
All right. So when you were in studio, then what for the people on the EP? So what could they expect? You said you have the older sound. You had some players in there, or did they bring a band in, or?
Yes, they're all studio musicians that Bill handpicked out of everybody and everything.
And what did you have? What did they play? What kind of instruments can we expect to hear on the EP?
Steel guitar.
Okay, that's the one I was waiting for. I was hoping you'd say that.
Some hot electric licks, and a little keyboard and stuff, and just the whole works, man. It's just good stuff. I was really impressed with Bill and that whole project.
Exactly. I mean, when you look at the industry, Garrett, as far as what's out there and music is music, but you have that niche, the people you listen to growing up, the older time, the Hank and whatnot, and you kind of bring it back to that in your style. I mean, do you see that coming back on radio? Do you think that, with all things put aside, that sound is being longed for by the country audience?
I really don't know, man. That's up in the air.
Yeah. I do. Like I said, I think with you even playing your music, it's got that sound. It's not, to me, there are different parts of country. You got the pop country and this country, but there is that kind of sound, like you said, with the Jamie Johnsons, who surprisingly didn't get much radio play, but that doesn't stop him. He just plays his shows. He goes out there, he performs, he puts out great music. And to me, like I said, when I first heard your sound, I'm like, yeah, see, that's the sound that people are missing here on radio. The sound that, grew the genre itself. When you write, now talk about writing. When you write your songs, is there any, is you the type of guy that's going to sit somewhere and do it, or does it just pop up anywhere?
Both. I'll get ideas. There's been a million ideas that I've lost that I just kicked myself for that were good stuff, but a lot of times I'll sit down and there's kind of 2 ways to write songs. You either write the poetry and try to find music, which can be hard.
Right.
And then you find a good hook in the music side and put words to it,
Right.
And you get a melody that you like and put words to it. But yeah.
So you've written, how many songs have you written over time?
Probably 20 something. I have to go back and look. I got a bunch of them that I don't.
So you try to write every day, or when it comes out.
Whenever I get an idea.
When you get a good idea, like driving down the road, I got a good idea. You pull over and you write it down so you don't forget it.
I could write one every day,
There
but
you go,
you know, I try to save those times that something pops up in my head, and
Right.
seems to come better together that way. Like, you know.
Right. So, and even the people that want to, see what you got going on, where you might be playing, or what's going on with you. Where's the best places for somebody to do that? Where's the best place for them to say, "Hey, I want to see what Garrett's up to"?
Probably Facebook.
Okay.